Because we have the best weather, and everybody comes out here. Like, they couldn't live in Chicago because they're afraid to death. All those states, those acts of nature they wouldn't live. They would be dying. Right now, she said there's 5 people dying a day. So that's not, if I was in Michigan with this weather and the people were homeless, that wouldn't go. People be dying like in droves. But she's dealing with people, like right now, okay, maybe it was 40 something, 39 degrees last night. But right now, the sun's up and it's going to get to about 70 today. So it'll be 70 all day with the sun out. And the homeless, they thrive. And it's like, I got to go find shelter tonight or I'll live in my tent with my sleeping bag. And they won't freeze. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But in North Carolina, your issues are not the same issues in California. You got a homeless issue, but your homeless thing is like, people are here. She said like over 40,000 people homeless in LA alone.
40,000.
Yeah, that was an estimate. So that they got people who go out and they got like a resource thing where they go out and talk to homeless people and everybody's trying to get them. Like Skid Row is a central focus point. That's in downtown LA. It's called Skid Row. Like even the guy I tell you about, the Cesar Millan trained the dog, he said the first thing he did, he got dropped off right in Skid Row, in the center of the homeless situation.
Who did that?
Down there,
who did that?
Skid Row is like a 2-block radius. Not radius, it's a 2-block radius. And it's like, there's a homeless shelter, they'll feed the people, and it's like some kind of little fucked up hotel. And I passed through it once or twice. Like, I couldn't go through it, I had to go around it. I used to work in downtown when we were in trial, and I had to, like, sometimes I had to catch a train or whatever. But, like, you had to pass around it or be through it. Nobody goes through it. Everybody go around it. It's like a sore thumb of California, of LA. Like, that's ground zero for homeless. Motherfuckers out there on the street, they're in a tent, and then there's a bunch of encampments. They call it encampments, where they're all around, where they'll it'd be like about 10, 15, 20, 30, or they'll put over a park or some shit. And then it's like, yo, y'all can't do this. Y'all gotta fuck on. And the cops can't take them nowhere. It's like, well, I'm taking them to jail for what? They'll be out tomorrow. And it's like, why fuck up the jail? That's what people are like, nobody want to deal with the situation. And they're grouping them all up. And so what's happening is everybody on this whole mental issue thing. Because with the pandemic, that exposed a lot of other people to it. And a lot of people fell short because of the pandemic, right? So now, you got everybody now is on a fucked up stage. But before it was just the drug people, the this, that. Now, a lot of other people fell into that boat who got houses. And they were like, kids are fucked up. That's why they got to bring new teachers who got mental health to help kids.
Meaning that they have to have, these teachers have to have more training dealing with the mental.
Yeah, they have to have training and be certified. Like, that's why I said the teacher issue is one thing. Like, a lot of people transferred out of teaching. Like, they were short with teachers and they like paying hazard pay and all kind of shit. That's like a countrywide thing. So now they like, yo, we got to deal with mental issues in addition. And then they got to like, look, we got to pay. That's what she said also. We got to pay the teachers so they don't have to go out and get 2 other jobs while teaching. It should be enough, get paid, and not have to go do other shit.
I had a teacher, my son's teacher had 2 master's degrees and was teaching 2 full-time Head Start and full-time after school care. So she didn't get home till 8 o'clock at night.
She had to put it together and make it meet. That's what it's always been with that. Your teachers, like, see, right now, a lot of them transfer out and when we get other jobs. So they're like, yo, we need these teachers. Now, the thing they're giving teachers are debt forgiveness, where the student loans, if you work a certain amount of years in teaching, they'll forgive you for your loan. So they don't got to pay the loan back. As well as nurses as well.
Right. So there's only a specific demographic of people that are getting their loans forgiven.
No, Biden, he got this thing until the 31st where he did debt forgiveness thing. He got that grant right now, which just $10,000.
For any?
Apply for it, you take $10,000 off your loan.
For anybody?
Anybody.
Really?
If you don't make a certain amount of money, which is $125,000 a year and whatever, so you can apply. You can call the number, just ask for the number to, for the debt forgiveness program.
Oh, okay.
And it don't make a difference which college you went to, vocational or whatever. And, whatever you went to train for. And you paying back student loans, so it's like, yo, you get to, like a lot of women, people, they're like, I've been paying for years, and I'm almost on the same amount or whatever, so the $10,000 is coming through. They didn't have a lot of money, not a big debt. So I might apply for it and get the fucking $10,000 off. I feel old, but I just pretty much wrote mine off. Like, fuck that. It ain't going nowhere because it don't get written off. It's just like taxes and student loans. They don't go nowhere. They guarantee. So, he was trying to get free schooling for people, that pay for college shit because it's like people are coming out with a lot of debt. So that's one thing. They guarantee you have debt when you come to college.
Wow. Yeah, and oh man, Charles, this is so good. I'm gonna study this, Mayor. I think the one that I wanted to ask you about was you said that another mayor was giving away $500 to a specific.
No, I said my mayor who just came in the mayor, he just won in November.
Okay, is that the one that's gonna be giving away $500?
Yeah. His name is Rex Richardson. He's Long Beach mayor, and just say for like $500 program or the grant that is for, I don't know, you gotta word it. I don't know what the name of the shit is, but it's like they did it on the news and said it's gonna be a grant for people to apply for, and it's like financial help from Long Beach City. And they'll probably talk about the grant, and it's like it's for people, families, and whatever, to kind of help them up and get through the tough times and get on their feet, So when I tell you, Karen Bass, that's LA, and I told you we're incorporated, so we're separate. Even though we're in the city of LA County, we're separate. Like certain towns, Pasadena, different cities, Culver City, they got their own like little mayor and shit. You know what I mean? But see, unincorporated cities, like Linwood or whatever, they don't have no mayor. They're just an unincorporated city, and it's under the umbrella of LA County, which is LA. So we voted for our mayor, but we couldn't vote for the mayor of LA. Only people living in LA County under their rule can apply. Hey, look, babe, I gotta go in here and give blood. I'll call you back. I'll back you out.
Okay, no problem, Sweet Pea. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Bye. Huh?
Hey, don't go live under no bridge, okay?
No, that hopefully I ain't get to tell you any good news, but he pretty much offered me a position. They got 2 daycares that needs to be reopened, and the buildings are already bought, and they're already in place. They just didn't have a shining star like he see in me that can help them stay in compliance. So I'm excited because he's talking about an exceptional daycare where you get those kids that need that additional help. So I'm excited. He said, I want to introduce you to my sister this week.
Here's the thing they're doing out here, Kim. They're doing the daycare, and then the thing is, like this one, you were telling me about the 24-hour girl, but the key that a lot of people had a problem with was they get off at a certain time, and then they had to pick the kid up by 6, and if they work overtime or something, they couldn't make it to pick up the kid on time, and then they get docked, they get charged, and then they get warnings and say, if you do it again, you probably get kicked out of here. So you should have an after school. They call it after school programs, but then after daycare, like for people who got extended hours at work or something that they can't control. You got to be able to accommodate those people, because then you can't keep just punishing them because their job is making them work overtime and shit like that.
Right. Those are all good ideas, Charles, that, I feel like I can begin to wrap my teeth around. I guess we got to figure out the demographic of kids that we want to serve, but there's a great need. And so I'm excited about that. I'll tell you more about it later. But I'm learning so much from you. Yeah, I'm learning so much from you. That's what my girlfriend did, and maybe I can bring her on as a consultant or something, because the one Precious that I told you at least 15 years ago, she was making $100K in her in-home daycare, and the same issue was that when she tried to get the second building, she put her husband through the program so he could be an administrator or whatever, but he didn't have the same vision as she had, and it was just hard to get people. So I think we got to create compensation programs for these people that make them want to stay, and be committed to the job if that's what they are. But it just has to be, they have to have an opportunity to grow. So it's a lot that you can do to nurture your staff. And I'm really, really excited to attempt this. It's got to be great because I can bring in my experience from sitting on the board and stuff like that to the table. So you just don't know. The new year is big. Mr. Alton is just, he told me he owned a gas station, owned it when he was 21 years old. We passed by it. I was like, oh man, he said, I got a lot of stuff in my back pocket. The first, what you call center for, what are the ones for the teens, when they put them in the long-term care, when they take them from the parents. You know what I'm talking about? Is he gone? I'm talking to myself, I guess. This is your cosmic queen.